Hi there, I'm Scott Lowe with ActualTech Media. I'm here today at Cohesity with the CEO, Mohit Aron. Mohit, thank you for having us.
Thank you for talking to me.
Let's talk data. Let's talk analytics. Let's talk about insight into what's happening in the organization. Analytics and big data are really kind of hot button topics these days where we need to understand what we have in our environment. Can you talk a little about how Cohesity handles the analytics side of things?
Yeah. So I think analytics has taken the world by storm.
Absolutely.
And more and more businesses are realizing that they have all this data, and they can actually drive additional business value from that data, right? So what they do is they'll take all the data that maybe sits in primary storage or in secondary storage, and we talked about how secondary storage has all these silos like backups, test and development, the cloud, and so on and so forth. So you have all this data in these silos, and what they do is they will copy all that data out into a separate one more silo, which is in the form of Hadoop cluster or Berkeley Spark cluster or something like that, some sort of an analytics cluster, and then starts the number crunching. Then starts some big data computation that will extract value out of that data. Mm-hmm. So that's great for extracting the value. But the whole process is extremely inefficient because first you have to provision that environment. You have to go buy the storage for it. You have to go buy the compute for it. That takes time. So there's loss in productivity. Then we copy the data to it. Imagine a financial institution with petabytes of data having to just ask a simple question that, hey, is there a credit card number stored in plain text? They have to copy all that data out into a Hadoop cluster. That's highly, highly inefficient and very, very costly. So the way Cohesity comes in is it first recognizes that most backup devices are nothing more than an insurance policy. They just sit there doing nothing. And then it recognizes that it's easier to move the computation than it is to move the data. So what we say is, why don't we move the computation to the data? Mm-hmm. As it is sitting in maybe a data protection or a backup device, why don't we move analytics to it, right? So that's where our hyper-converged secondary storage approach really helps, where we take the compute, the analytics, and we move it close to where the data sits. So we move it, for example, to the backup device, right? So our converged secondary storage device or hyper-converged secondary storage device can run analytics in place. So now you can not only take backups on the device, you can now extract business value by running analytics in place. And by doing that, you don't have to go buy extra hardware for analytics. You don't have to move the data or migrate the data. You don't have to create copies throughout the data center. You can just do in-place analytics, so you drive business value out of the data where it sits.
Very good.
That's what Cohesity is about.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.